This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Yes, indeed, it is just what you need, and thank you so much for listening. I'm your host, John Solberg. So glad you could join us for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. And every week, I am always thrilled and amazed that this show is being brought to you by The Butcher Shop. Purveyors of highly sought-after 100% Australian non-crossbred Wyvara 9 Plus briskets that are always, and I do mean always, hand-picked out just for you. The Butcher Shop has been retailing some of the finest meats for more than 15 years, and every week they're shipping out competition quality meats to many of the biggest teams in the competition scene across the nation. Simply put, teams who use the Butcher Shop win, and they win often. Even if you're not a competitor, this is a place where you can get the finest cuts in life. The Butcher Shop is shipping some of the finest prime, dry-aged, Australian Wagyu, and Japanese Wagyu steaks to people just like you and me who aspire to be the kings and queens of the backyard. The Butcher Shop always has Berkshire, Compound Duroc, Allegiance Duroc, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock. And again, it's always going to be hand-picked out just for you. Let's take a look at all this. The best competition briskets? Check. The best pork selection? Check. Always giving you better options to cook at home? Check. So give the Butcher Shop a call today. 850-458-8782. That's 850-458-8782. You mentioned the BBQ Central Show. They're going to give you 10% off your entire order each and every time. You can also check them out over on Facebook, facebook.com/The Butcher Shop. Shop is spelled S-H-O-P-P-E. The Butcher Shop, home of the 100% Australian non-crossbred Wyvara 9 Plus briskets. And I'm going to let Greg do the tease for my talk out thing. Hey, Greg's going to tell you what's going on in this whole show.
In case you didn't know what's happening, you missed the newsletter, let me tell you, coming up in about 11 minutes from now, Rod Gray from Pellet Envy will be joining me. He'll actually be in for about 2 segments. We're going to be covering a number of different topics to include KCBS. We'll recap his year last year in 2011. We will also talk about the upcoming 2012 season that he has going on. A number of other items, potentially to include items that you have seen on the internet for Barbecue Pitmasters Season 3 audition tapes, barbecue cooking classes in general. Rod, of course, does his own. He's got some comments about some of the other ones that are existing out there. Just a whole bunch of stuff to talk with Rod about, so we'll look forward to that in about 10 minutes from now. Jay Prince, first-timer to the show, will be bringing in the second hour right around 14 past, and he is from BBQSauceReviews.com. BBQSauceReviews.com is the website if you want to check Jay out prior to him coming on next hour. We're going to be looking at a few different cookers. The Orion cooker actually is the only cooker we're looking at. The Roman pork puller and an item called grill poppers. And we'll also learn about what he has going on over at Barbecue Sauce Reviews. So there you go. That's what's a fully loaded out show. And I'm certainly excited to get it on with the Centralites, baby. But first, before we do that, we bring in a first-timer to the show. She is near and dear to my heart because, quite frankly, she's my kid, and she just celebrated her 9th birthday yesterday. We welcome to the show Maddi Rempe. Maddi, how are you?
Good.
All right, Maddi, so here you are in the show. We have big names, top names in the industry coming up next segment. But figured we'd spend a little time with you. Some big things have happened. You've turned 9 years old. It's also Valentines Day today. Go ahead, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what you do.
Well, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Well, of course, I like to listen to your show.
Who doesn't like to listen to my show? Great answer.
Yeah.
What, you go to school?
Yeah, to Modern Day Academy.
All right, and then what grade are you in?
I'm in 3rd grade.
3rd grade. All right, so you've celebrated your 9th birthday just yesterday. And here's what I always wonder. You go to bed, you're 8, you wake up the next morning, you're 9 years old. Do you feel like you've gone through any type of metamorphosis? Do you feel any different than you did that day before on Sunday when you were still 8?
No, not really.
No? So what do you think the deal is with this getting older? It's like one day you're 8, the next day you're 9. It's like I'm still the same person.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. I absolutely agree with that.
That's what I think.
All right, so obviously you have no ability to not eat barbecue since this is a barbecue household. What do you like best about barbecue? What are some of your favorite barbecue foods?
Let's see. Well, I don't really know if ribs are barbecue, I'm guessing.
Yeah, of course ribs are barbecue.
Okay.
We call them barbecue ribs, right?
Yeah.
How do we cook them?
On the grill?
Right, at low and slow on the cooker, right?
Yeah.
Outrageous. All right, what do you think some of the other your favorite barbecue foods are?
Let's see. Pork butt chicken?
Pork butt chicken. That's an inside joke here, ladies and gentlemen. Pork butt chicken.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of important processes when barbecue is happening. What do you think some of the most important process? What do you think some of the most important processes are in barbecue? What do you think? Like, what do we do when we get the ribs ready?
Well, you put like this rub on them, and then you put them on the grill, let them cook, and then you eat them.
That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what are some of the favorite TV shows that you like to watch these days? What do the kids like?
Shake It Up Chicago.
One of my favorite shows.
Good Luck Charlie. SpongeBob. Zoe 101. What is it called? The Amanda Show.
Yeah, we love the Amanda Show over here, but that's like an old show.
I know.
That show was almost around when I was a kid.
Well,
Now, let me ask you this question. Drum roll, please. Why do you think it is that I like you the best out of all of the sisters that are in the house? What do you think about that?
Well, I'm special.
Of course. Give us some items why you're special.
Well, on the note you wrote for me,
Yes?
it said you love the ability for me to write funny stories.
Right.
You make your mom laugh a lot.
A lot.
Yes, a lot. And how I like to play with my sisters and hang out with you guys and stuff.
Okay. And then could you see yourself, because you're such a fan of the show,
Yes.
you're a Centralite, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Do you ever see yourself potentially stepping into my place if I decided to retire from the show?
Yes.
Would you take my spot and continue the Barbecue Central radio show?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Pay attention, you people. Who would you have on as your first guest?
Me.
You? Yeah, well, you're the host. You're going to have to be on.
You. Ray Lampy.
Dr. Barbecue. How do you even know Ray Lampy? That's outrageous, Ray. You already got fans that are 9 years old. They know who the old guard of barbecue is. He's probably one of the best barbecue interviews out there, don't you think? Mm-hmm. You're always excited when Ray is joining the show. A couple more questions here, Maddie, and I'll let you go. I know you're very busy. What do you want to be when you grow up? These are questions that we are always asking kids as old folks. What do you like to be when you grow up? What would you think right now?
Well, I want to do the Barbecue Central radio show,
I know,
of course.
but we can't make a living at that. We all know that all too well. Well, it's fun and exciting. There's no living here. Now, what do you think about... So what would you like to be for real?
For real?
Yes, as a real career.
Oh, wow.
Find out what Maddie had to say she wanted her real career to be over at the BBQCentralShow.com. Link in today's show notes is going to take you to the complete episode. Go check it out. Greg told you in the beginning what else is featured in this show. A lot of exciting stuff. And I totally blew that talk in. That was freaking ridiculous. Trying to make it all make sense now. But go to the BBQCentralShow.com and go listen to the rest of the show. You got a show you want to hear, something special, something you want me to cut up for you, your own personalized Best Moment show, shoot me an email, John, Jon, at thebbqcentralshow.com, and I'll do my best to get it done for you. And until next time on the Best Moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I cannot wait to talk to you again soon.